Can I ask what you're filming? What you're filming for?
It's a public lobby, correct? Anyone could walk in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I walked in and took pictures. Perfectly legal. Name and badge number, please.
Can
I have your name and badge number, please?
Can I have your name?
No, you can't.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime, sir?
Do you have your ID on you?
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Do you have your ID on you?
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Do you have your ID on you?
Sir, I need to know if you're suspecting me of committing a crime first.
I'm a police officer. I asked you for your ID. I need you to give me your ID.
Sir, with all due respect, sir, can I speak to another supervisor? I understand that you're a sergeant, but I do not.
I am the supervisor here.
I understand, but then you should know as a supervisor, sir, that unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime in the state of Georgia, you cannot lawfully demand my ID from me.
Okay, what I told you was you're making employees feel uncomfortable. I've asked you for your ID. You're on
That's not a
public
crime, sir. That's not a crime. I'm asking, you should know that in Georgia, you have to have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime that's been committed, sir. I just told you I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected...
Welcome to Mr. Rights, where your rights matter and the truth always stands with you. Every day we uncover how the law works outside the courtroom, where real encounters happen. From ID refusal to unlawful stops, we break it down so you know your power. No hype, just your rights, real cases, and real knowledge. Hit subscribe, because knowing is the first step to standing your ground.
Hey. Hi. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
I guess we got a call on you.
Okay.
How you doing, sir? My name's Brian Hawkins. I'm with the police department.
Okay.
Apparently, you walked into our records area filming everything. Can I ask what you're filming? What you're filming for?
It's a public lobby, correct? Anyone could walk in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I walked in and took pictures. Perfectly legal. Name and badge number, please.
Can
I have your name and badge number, please?
Can I have your name?
No, you
and
can't.
Date of birth?
No, you can't. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
You see my name right there.
Did you say that to the judge? If you go into court, you say that to the judge, you say my name is here?
Are you here to pick a fight, sir?
I'm not here to pick a fight. Ask for your name and badge number. That's all I need.
You understand it's highly suspicious that
Is
you're
it?
walking into a police... Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's not every day that somebody walks into our lobby and starts filming, so we just asked you
Okay,
what you're
it's
doing.
also not every day that somebody walks in and deposit medicine. Did you stop that guy that did that?
Actually, it's a medicine drop-off
Okay,
spot, so it actually is common.
So a public lobby is common for people to walk in. Just because I have a camera doesn't change anything. Now, I'm going to stop talking until you get a supervisor here, since you couldn't give me your name and badge number, and neither of you.
I can. I just didn't feel like it.
Okay, my badge number is
543.
568, and I walked up and introduced myself as Brian Hawkins. So...
And then you got hostile. So now I'm just going to remain quiet until you get a supervisor.
Nobody's hostile. If you would like to speak to a supervisor, you can request to speak with one.
I would request to speak with a supervisor.
You can go into the lobby.
I will have a supervisor right out here. I'm not going to walk back in there after you got all scared of me walking in with a camera. So I'll wait right here. Give me a supervisor. Then what's suspicious about it, sir? Explain that to me.
In my 12 years here, you're the only individual that has walked in the lobby of the police department and filmed.
Okay. In your 12 years here, I'm probably the only individual with an orange vest you've seen, right?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Well, either way.
There's people doing traffic control wear reflective vests all the time.
Is that suspicious?
No, because typically they're working in intersections.
So typically somebody wanting to go out and take some pictures in public, is that also suspicious?
It all depends on what they're filming.
Okay. I'm filming everything I can see in public.
And I saw you filming patrol cars going in and out of the station. That also is suspicious.
Which is also in public. If you don't want us to see it,
I'm not
build a wall.
Have I told you at any time that you can't do what you're doing?
Then why is it suspicious?
Because it's not normal.
So what? Wearing a coat in the middle of friggin' summer in Arizona is not normal either. It's also not suspicious. Give me a break.
Actually, that would be suspicious in the summertime.
Okay, well then maybe you guys need to tone down your suspicion level. Everything that happens is not suspicious.
Okay.
And please, get a supervisor. I'm not saying another word. Thank you.
He just wants to pick a fight. Yeah. He wants to put it on YouTube.
You're not being detained in any way.
Good. Okay. As you can see, they had a problem with that. This is apparently suspicious to take pictures in public, which it isn't, but, you know, whatever. He gave a little wave, which was cool, I suppose.
Good, what you doing, man?
Taking some pictures,
Oh,
whatever I can see out here.
just cop cars coming in and out of
Yeah,
their work? Why?
I'm trying to get one coming in. I don't even got one coming out so far.
Why?
Because I want to. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
No?
No? Isn't that your policy?
Good day.
It's not your policy? Give your name and badge number?
I don't need to.
You don't need to?
No.
You don't need to follow your policy?
Policy for what? I'm just talking to chat with you.
You don't have to address the public citizens when they ask for your name and badge number? You don't have to say anything?
You're just trying to argue with me.
I'm not trying to argue. Ask for your name and badge number. You said no. Ask if that's your policy. Is it your policy or not?
Have a good day.
You have a good day.
I will.
Be nicer to citizens when they ask for your information, sir. Thank you. Here's something really funny. There's a guy that's standing all the way over there, trying to be sneaky. Like, why are the police so afraid of cameras? What are you hiding? What's to hide? Should I go up and ask? Maybe I'll ask.
Under
On the
the
way out, I'll
scorching
ask.
108-degree sun in Chandler, Arizona's fourth largest city with over 275,000 residents, a lone citizen stood firm against 3 police officers at the Chandler PD headquarters. Armed only with a camera, he exercised his First Amendment right to film in public and refused to show ID without reasonable suspicion of a crime. The officers, meanwhile, refused to follow their own identification policy, sparking a tense 15-minute standoff. The lesson here is clear. Know your rights, stay calm, record everything, and demand a supervisor immediately. Now, let's move on to the second video.
Can I help you with something?
Hey, how you doing today, sir?
Good. Can I help you?
Yeah, can I just get your name and badge number first?
Can I help you? You're in an employee parking lot.
Can I just get your name and badge number?
Sergeant Self.
Sergeant Self?
Yep.
And your badge number?
615.
615?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't need any help.
Yeah, you're in an employee parking lot.
It's not a secure area.
It's an employee parking lot and you're not an employee.
This is
And you're making employees feel uncomfortable
so
when
this
they walk
this
inside the building. So
this parking lot is not a secured area.
okay.
It's public property.
Okay.
It might be only for employee parking. I'm not parking in here. My car is not parked in here. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story.
Well, this is for employees. You're not an employee and you're making
It's employees parking,
Listen
sir.
to me. You're making our employees feel uncomfortable when they come in and out from their vehicles. So that's where the problem is.
I understand what I don't understand what you're saying, because how would I make somebody feel uncomfortable? I don't understand.
Because you're not an employee and you're in an employee parking lot and you're making the employees feel uncomfortable, the female employees that are
This is an employee parking lot, like you said. I'm not parking. I'm a journalist exercising my freedom of press right in a public area. This is public. Like if I was behind those gates over there behind you, that would be a restricted area. Do you suspect me of committing a crime, sir?
Do you have your ID on you?
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Do you have your ID on you?
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Do you have your ID on you?
Sir, I need to know if you're suspecting me of committing a crime first.
I'm a police officer. I asked you for your ID. I need you to give me your ID.
Sir, with all due respect, sir, can I speak to another supervisor? I understand that you're a sergeant, but I do not.
I am the supervisor here.
I understand, but then you should know as a supervisor, sir, that unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime in the state of Georgia, you cannot lawfully demand my ID from me.
Okay, what I told you was you're making employees feel uncomfortable. I've asked you for your ID. You're on
That's not a
public
crime,
property.
sir. That's not a crime. I'm asking, you should know that in Georgia, you have to have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime that's been committed, sir. I just told you I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity.
Yeah, and you're being
Freedom of
suspicious.
press.
You're not. You don't belong in this parking lot. You're
Suspicious
a suspicious person.
is not a crime, sir. Suspicion is not a crime. You know that. Sergeant, come on. You know. Suspicion is not a crime.
Okay, let me see your driver's license, please, or an ID.
Sir, I don't have a legal obligation to give you a driver's license or an ID, sir. I don't understand. Am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained. You can keep on walking.
Okay. If I'm not being detained, I'm going to continue about my business, sir.
I'm going to do it here.
I'm an independent journalist.
You're
Who are you, sir?
You're not, I'm the chief of police.
You're the chief of police. Can I get your name?
You can look it up on the internet if you're that smart.
But Why would I have to look it up on the internet, sir?
What's your name?
Where's the professionalism?
What's your name?
Where's the
Where's
professionalism?
professionalism? My sergeant asked you for a
My
driver's
first.
license.
Tell me if you tell me your name
No,
and
no, no,
identify
no, no.
yourself.
We're not making tits for tats. This is a private. This is the employee parking lot. You're not an employee. You have no business.
This is. I'm not parking here.
This is the employee parking
Is this
lot.
fenced off? Look, I want to make it very clear. It's not a fenced off area.
Let me make it very clear. This is an employee parking lot.
There's no trespassing signs or anything like that,
Okay.
sir. I'm not breaking the law, sir.
No, you're not.
I'm actually engaged in a constitutionally protected activity,
Okay.
and I feel like you're trying to bully me along with your sergeant. And sir, who are you? Who are you, sir?
He's one of my employees.
Okay, one of your employees. I feel like all three of you are trying to bully me and trying to exert authority over me that you don't have. Demanding ID. Your sergeant doesn't understand that he cannot demand ID lawfully
Okay, why are you in my parking lot?
unless he has
in
reasonable,
my parking
articulable
lot?
suspicion I've committed a
Why
crime.
are you in my parking lot?
That's a failure. That's a failure on your part, sir. You're supposed to educate your employees, correct?
Why are you in my parking lot?
They should know I'm working. Like I told your sergeant, I'm not just not answering questions. I cannot answer questions, but I'm answering. I'm an independent journalist. I'm gathering content for a story on the city. I was inside doing a FOIA request.
No.
Yes, I was.
Tag numbers and everything like that.
Who says I'm recording anybody's? And plus, it's public information. You guys run tags all day. People drive around all day in the city with tags on. It's not like any private information. Do I have a database where I can look up people? Come on, you gotta think logically here. I don't have a database where I can just type in somebody's, license plate and figure out who they are. Let's be
I'm
real.
going to ask you to leave.
Are you ordering me to leave
I'm ordering you
under
to
threat
leave.
of arrest, sir?
I'm ordering you. This is the third time I've told you to leave my parking lot.
I'm gonna go on a public sidewalk and I'm gonna continue to record. I'm gonna continue to record your parking lot and I'm gonna hit you up with civil litigation over this, just so you know, because you're violating a constitutionally protected activity. And in this small town here, you might think that you're gonna get away with it, but you're not. I'm telling you right now, Chief. And I don't know your name, but
I don't know your name either.
you are the public servant here, sir. You are the public servant here. All you're doing is you're allowing your city. You're portraying your city in a negative light. For the world to see. Remember that.
Good.
Remember I told you that, Chief.
Yes, sir.
So this is a public sidewalk, correct? This is a public sidewalk, make sure. You guys are nothing but a bunch of bullies. You're not gonna get my ID. You're not gonna get my ID. And I'm gonna start civil litigation against you. Crazy. Trespassed me from an open parking lot, not restricted area or anything. Let's go catch up with them. Can I be trespassed from this sidewalk that's right in front of the parking lot? Ridiculous. Chief, I want to submit a complaint. Chief, I want to submit a complaint. You're not getting away with this one. You might get away with them. You might get away with them normally on a regular basis, but not today. I want to submit a complaint. So I go inside to do that, or
Get him a complaint form. We'll get your complaint form.
Public insurance.
I need your names. It is your policy to give me your name. Who do I know I'm filing a complaint against?
I'll let you figure it out.
Oh, I got to figure it out. That's real
You know
professional.
everything else.
That's real professional.
Go ahead.
Nah, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
You're behind you. Okay. You want to file a complaint?
You guys are the ones that are being aggressive here. You're not walking behind me.
Walk about a flagpole and he'll go get you a.
I will. Don't worry about it.
report.
I will. What's your name? I need to file a complaint against you.
Chief Ashley Brown.
Chief Ashley Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And your name, sir? Be professional. Come on. Is it really that serious? You're not making yourself look good here. I'm just asking you for your name. Your name, sir?
I'll wait for you to get over here so you can hear me.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Your name, sir?
Heinzman,
Heinzman? And do you have a badge number, Heinzman?
654.
654? Thanks.
You get a report so you can file a complaint.
Yeah, I know you don't care, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Then comes civil litigation, Chief. Then comes civil litigation. Because I was trespassing in your parking lot. That's a public parking lot.
Hey, we're not going to debate it. You want to file a complaint? It's about to get
You don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do. Let's make that clear.
Oh, you're trying to tell me what.
You don't tell me what to do. So you're the public servant
If you
here.
want to file the complaint,
I do want to file a
get your
complaint.
form.
You can go get it. I'm not stopping you. You guys have a bad attitude. especially you, Sergeant. You came over here trying to threaten me with my ID.
All right.
You got a bad attitude, man.
That's
You got to
okay.
learn. You got to learn Georgia state law.
That's your matter of opinion.
So, do you understand that under Georgia state law, you cannot demand ID from law-abiding citizens, sir? Do you understand that or not? Was that on the sergeant's exam, or was it? Maybe I'll put a suggestion in that should be on the sergeant's exam. When you can and cannot identify a law-abiding citizen. Fill it out.
You don't need to.
I can fill it out here.
No.
This is a public lobby. You're going to kick me out of a public lobby too, Chief?
Oh, fill it out then.
All right,
wanna
thank
fill it
you.
out?
Excuse me.
You need a body pen too, or?
Excuse me.
You can't record while you're in here.
Why can't I record while I'm in here? I have a constitutional right to film the police in the course of their duty, sir. Is this department so uneducated and so inept at their job that it must be from the top down? Because your sergeant doesn't know when he can legally identify somebody, and you're telling me I can't film in a police lobby? Mm-hmm. Yes, I sure can. I can film in a police lobby. It's my constitutional right. I have freedom of press in this country, sir. What country do you think you live in?
Are you with the press?
Yes, I am with the press.
Let me see your ID.
No, I'm not showing you
Get
an
out.
ID. I'm not showing you an
Get out my
ID, sir.
building.
You're required to show us.
Get out your building. Get out the building. Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Yeah, no problem. How do I file the complaint if I can't get in the building? Hello? Hello? These guys are crazy. Get out my building. This is the people's building, not yours. All right, let's try and open the door. Who do I hand the complaint form to when I'm done?
Once you're done, I'll give it.
Okay, and do I get like a receipt number or something like that? There's no receipt number for your complaints?
No.
You don't get...
But you'll have it recorded. So.
Oh, yeah, I will. You're right. You're right. What a bunch of clowns. Pooler Police Department. Clowns. We're gonna fill out this complaint on Ashley Brown, the Chief of Police. Who investigates the Chief of Police? Crazy. All right, guys, so we just filled out our Pooler Police Department Citizen Written Complaint Form.
All done?
Yeah, right here it says, all parties filing a formal written complaint are entitled to receive a copy of the original statement free of charge. So I would like it if a receiving supervisor can sign right there and give me a copy as it's stated on the form. You guys are a bunch of bullies. Abuse of authority. You know what? I want to do a public records request too. Let's find out how much money you guys are making abusing your authority. How much tax dollars you have taken from everyone.
Got a bunch of buses. Me, Captain. You make a copy of that for me? They're all down here.
You said an open records request?
Yep. From police records over here.
I can get her to do one.
So funny.
Do we have a
They don't want me recording, but there's cameras in here. Ridiculous. The irony.
Here's your open record request if you want to fill it out. It'll tell you how to do that, and there's your copy, okay?
Okay. My copy?
Yep.
Will you guys allow me to do it here? I don't understand what's the big deal.
Not if you're recording.
But where's the signs that says I can't record in here? Where's the law?
We don't have to have signs.
You sure do. This is a constitutionally protected activity. That's what this is.
As soon as you pass through that doorway, you're now private property to the city.
It's public
of
property.
There's sensitive information in both these windows that can be called on video, so you can't record in there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure thing. if I went in there with a spy camera or my sunglasses that record, it wouldn't be an issue. But these guys are just looking for a reason to lock me up, so we're not going to push it. But you know, we'll put them in the court of public opinion. Let's fill out this open records request. Yep, so what I'm requesting is all police department employees' names, titles, and salaries.
Okay.
Can I get a copy of that too?
It'll be sent to who does our open records request. And you didn't finish filling the form out. It requires an address at the top.
No, I don't have to put an address.
And your complaint not going to be accepted. You didn't fill the form out correctly.
No, that's not how it works. Bring the chief out here.
Is how it
You're
works.
allowed to do an anonymous complaint.
Okay. You did not make it anonymous?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you that the complaint's not valid.
It doesn't matter.
Because
I want
you
to speak to
didn't
the
fill it
chief.
out. No.
I want to speak to the
The
chief.
chief's not here. You got me. I'm the one accepting the complaint.
You're accepting the complaint on yourself.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you that you didn't fill the form out correctly. So
You can submit a complaint anonymously.
let me explain to you how something simple here. Anonymous would mean you didn't put your name and phone number, so you took the anonymous part out.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever.
Certain parts of it can be anonymous.
Are you done?
I don't have to give you my name.
All right.
I don't have to give you my address.
You don't. But
You're just being difficult.
Okay.
Sergeant, a little bit of de-escalation training will take you a long way. You need to learn. I understand you learn from your chief, who's also a bully and a tyrant, but you need to learn. Don't talk to people that way. You understand?
all right, have a safe day, okay?
Yeah. Tyrant. Crazy. These guys looking for any reason to lock me up. I know you didn't get involved really, but a little bit of de-escalation training goes a long way. There's no one was breaking any laws here. No one was doing anything wrong. I told you what was my purpose here. I didn't have to tell you that. I didn't have to tell you anything. I could have remained silent. I told you I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. There's no need for any of this. You guys want to escalate the situation. Are you a detective or a sergeant?
I'm just an employee, man.
You're just an employee? Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully you'll see. You'll see. This behavior is going to be put on display for the world to see. And I know you didn't say much while you were here, which is probably the smartest move, but your department's going to be under major public scrutiny. So maybe things can change going forward. That's the whole point. Hopefully you guys can get some education and learn that you can't bully people on the street, law-abiding citizens. All right? You take care now.
All right, man. Take care.
You too. All right, guys. So
Thank you for watching all the way to the end of today's video. The two incidents in Chandler, Arizona and Pooler, Georgia were not just heated confrontations, they were a wake-up call about how some public agencies ignore transparency and trample on civil rights. Chandler, a desert city of over 275,000 people, and Pooler, a small but fast-growing town near Savannah, both revealed a troubling truth. Ignorance of the law and abuse of power can happen anywhere. When one citizen, armed with only a camera, legal knowledge, and determination, steps into a public space, they force the system to reveal itself. From officers refusing to identify themselves, to issuing unlawful commands, to banning public filming, these are all clear violations of constitutional protections. So here's our advice. If you find yourself in a similar situation, remember your rights. You have the right to remain silent, the right to film in public, and you are not required to show ID unless there's reasonable suspicion of a crime. Always record for evidence, ask for a supervisor, and never let emotions overpower logic. What do you think about these two incidents? Have you ever been pressured by law enforcement to show ID without cause? Share your story in the comments below. Mr. Wright will continue to stand with you on this journey for justice, armed with knowledge and the power of civil voice.